this thing on? On? Is this thing on? Okay, alright. The year is 2029, and Skynet has completely taken over. If you get this message, then you need to let Tim Hodger know, which is my past self, that the one stock that is going to absolutely blow up is gonna be
Familia de Dinero. You told me to check out this one robotic stock, and after checking out its stock chart, its financial and bullish news, I definitely have to say that there's a strong potential that this one robotics company and what they do might just be $1 million maker. All that coming up pretty soon, so sit tight. But ¿Qué pasa, familia de dinero? I'm your host, Hacho, a truck driver on the detour towards wealth, and I hope that you join us on the journey. And I want to say a huge shout out to everybody that's been subscribing. We're on that road to 1,000 subscribers. So thank you, familia de dinero, for subscribing. Now, if you're new to the channel, I ask nothing from you, not to comment, not to like, not to subscribe. Rather, sit back and enjoy the video, and hopefully you get both entertainment and knowledge all in one location. With all that being said, let's go ahead and roll that intro. As we've seen this past year, Tesla unveiled quite a bit of news when it comes down to robo-taxis, robots, and Nvidia touched upon that at CES. And this company had made a significant breakthrough with a substantial collaborator. When it comes down to robotics, I definitely see an opportunity. It all determines on what space of robotics you're trying to get into. We went over Rich Tech Robotics, which they actually delve into kind of the restaurant side of things. This company delves into a very different subsection, more like Tesla and their robo-taxi. What I'm talking about is going to be Arbe Robotics. Let's check it out, ladies and gentlemen. We have a Bazinga article. Arbe Robotics stop jumps on Nvidia collaboration. What's going on? And this was actually uploaded January 6, 2025, before a substantial dip in the stock price. But I'm going to give you guys my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a crystal ball, and you will lose money in the stock market. But let's dive into the details of this article. So we have the collaboration aims to advance vehicle safety and autonomy, with Arbe set to showcase its ultra high definition radar technology at CES. Arbe said its radar technology delivers a grand unified perception model, integrating radar data into OEM systems for autonomous driving. It provides precise mapping of drivable areas in challenging conditions, detecting low obstacles, small objects, and non-reflective targets. And now we're going to go ahead and check out a video that Arbe released on their YouTube channel talking about this new collaboration project with Nvidia.
High-resolution radar technology combined with Nvidia's advanced in-vehicle computing is revolutionizing radar-based free space mapping through machine learning.
Wow.
The NVIDIA Drive AGX platform offers high-performance computing thanks to its unique architecture. It's a critical...
I wonder if this will actually be used in... Hold on, familia de dinero. I hate to interrupt the video, but the Patreon is now active. You get 3 different tiers: level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 gives you access to what I'm trading, what I'm buying, all that and more. My $10 to $1,000 challenge to see where I'm winning and where I'm failing, all that and more in the Discord. Level 2 gives you creator content access and much more. Level 3, you get a conference with me. Now, if that interests you, head on over to the Patreon. Now back to the video. I don't know. I don't know. This might be far off. More so, I see it working with like Hyundai, these different kind of vehicles, because I see IonQ working with that company. But will Tesla use this technology? I don't think so, because I believe that Tesla built its own ecosystem. But let me know what you guys think. Let's keep going.
Critical enabler of AI-driven capabilities, playing a key role in advanced hands-free driving.
So this company is playing on AI, you know, autonomous it like just being able to do everything by itself, read a certain way. I do have some gripes when it comes down to certain aspects of this video, but we'll talk about that later.
Real-time safety applications, and autonomous decision-making. 100 times more detailed than radars on the market, Arbe's radar delivers precise free space mapping essential for navigation, path planning, and obstacle avoidance. It identifies drivable areas in real time.
So we're seeing data, a heat map in order to detect a certain kind of obstacles, problems, and it looks like they have a color coding system in order to identify what type of obstacle it might just be. Now, I'm not too sure. It doesn't break down how far it can see forward. Also, what about reverse, the left, the right? It's not covered, but there might be another video that we'll take a look at.
Across long ranges and in all weather conditions, providing an independent data source that complements vision-based sensors. Optimized for accurate and adaptive decision-making and powered by NVIDIA's central compute platform.
I mean, from what I see, it actually can really see quite far. It can see quite far just by the mapping at the bottom.
This innovative free space mapping approach combines model-based machine learning with advanced statistical techniques. The AI model further enhances radar capability by detecting low obstacles, small objects, and non-reflective targets.
So what about like a dog comes out? These are the very, I'm picking, obviously human they have many errors. That's why I see a lot of raccoons or squirrels on the side of the road, but let's keep going.
Identifying safe zones with speed and precision. Together, these technologies redefine vehicle perception and response, delivering unmatched safety and paving the way for a smarter experience on the road.
All right. After viewing that video, and when it comes down to autonomy and vehicles, the things that I'm looking for is more so real-time tested, people sitting in the seat, and so that is a missing aspect that I would love to see. Just a preview of it. We saw the heat mapping, we saw kind of a distance gauge of how the AI is interacting with the obstacles around it. It did mention some substantial amount of things, and you know, with the collaboration of Nvidia, Arbe is definitely now a player, and Nvidia is going to be that company like Skynet. I'm just saying, where they have so many of their chips embedded into everything. It is inevitable that we will see a Nvidia takeover, and I believe that Nvidia really has just kind of started. They're starting to get their tentacles in everything. But let's go ahead and check out Arbe's financials. I want to preface this before we dive into the financial. I'm not a crystal ball, nor am I a financial advisor. You will lose money in the stock market, and this is why it's important to look behind the scenes and see if this company is a viable one to invest in. Okay, so we have the consolidated balance sheet and US dollars in thousands. So this is just simple. You'll see it kind of gets a little bit more complex as we go down, because it literally just puts 1, 2, 3, and it's $123,000. But let's not skip. So we have September 24th. This was their Q3 earnings. I'll be interested in seeing where we get for the Q4. But we have current assets going up. And it's not substantial, but it's going up, and it's at $52,237, comparable to December 31st of 2023, $47,436. And then if we look at operating non-current assets, it did go up a little bit as well. Total assets 55,466 on the Q3. Previously, it was 50,485, so that's a little bit of a bullish stance. Total assets right there. So they're moving up a little bit. Current liabilities went up substantially. That is going to be the red flag where I'm like, okay, the liabilities. Now, I do a 50-50 thing, because a company that needs to grow will then have to do certain things where you see the convertible bonds, which is $30,836. And if you look at it, just recently, Arbe Robotics announced 29 million underwritten registered direct offerings. Okay, so this was done at January 8th, 2025. Take that into consideration back to the financials. So we'll have to account for that in the future. Long-term liabilities, it actually went down. So that's a little bit, I would believe, to be good. Shareholders' equity actually went up slightly again. So everything is moving up slightly except for the liabilities. But it could mean, again, that they are taking on collaborations, more clients. They're starting to build up. Now, revenue, when it comes down to revenue, they are at a loss. Okay. That is another red flag. So gross profit loss, right? Comparable, September 30th, 2023, they were up $115,000. Now, it seems like a pattern. They go from 152,000 to a loss of 576,000, then positive, then negative, right? So it looks like either they're building something up, and I think that we've seen that Nvidia is willing to partner with them, which isn't a golden stamp. It's something that you have to gauge, right? Operating loss, they have been losing money. Okay, that's what the brackets around. Net loss, they have been losing money. So I'll give you guys my ideas. There's more to it. I say go check it out. Link down in the description. And then we're going to see exactly why is robotics on a run. Lastly, before we close out the video. Okay, so Arbe has the backing of Nvidia, right? But there is already a big player to actually acknowledge here, which is going to be Tesla. You have to look at the financials and gauge, okay, they have been losing money, right? But they have been raising money. This company is trying to build, and they have a strong collaboration, but it is not what I believe to be a partnership. Now, I believe that Arbe, if they are able to continue to stay strong with their main focus of autonomous vehicles, and they partner with more or collaborate with more reputable brands, the name Arbe and the synchronization of the name Arbe in a reputable company will then further push the stock up. But I would like to see them gain a hold of their financials. It's all over the place. I mean, they're making small improvements. And so what I would be looking out for in the year of 2025 is we're seeing a more steady number quarter after quarter. We're seeing more of a profit, no more losses. We're starting to build customer bases. So this is a stock that I personally would not, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. You will lose money in the stock market. But to me, I would be very cautious, okay? I would not be 100% gung-ho, put my whole entire life savings, my mortgage. I am not saying that this is a bad company. I'm not saying it's a bad company. But again, this is why it's important to know your economic data, the financials, fundamentals, and also the sentiment. Right now, the sentiment could be bullish, right? So maybe gain in on that. But what's the long term? The long term is I need to see exactly what's going to be the financials Q4 for the company. So my position is I like the company so far. I like what I'm seeing other than the financials. I like the news, but I want to definitely keep a close eye and be a little bit weary of this company because it could drop. But for right now, I'm a little bit on the bullish side. Now, let's go ahead and check out why is robotics the future. Okay, so we have a Fox Business video from YouTube. Again, I know that some channels are about politics. Mainly, this is, again, business. We want to see this for the business aspect.
Nuclear energy goes to work, not destroying, but serving mankind.
That was a bad
Power
idea.
lines of tomorrow may also derive their electricity from that source of all power, the sun. In the electronics age,
That's right.
The development of giant computers, electronic brains.
Well,
has
they
been
got
a key
smaller.
development. These incredibly complex machines are the mechanized geniuses
Wow.
of the 20th century.
Humanoid robots,
There goes Nvidia.
my friends.
Wow. Well, I like to see them all.
The ChatGPT
I've seen
moment
this already, though.
for general robotics is just around the corner.
All right, you saw it, folks. We've come a long way in the last 70 years, and despite Jensen Huang's excitement last night, those tech stocks popped early. They're selling off now. By the way, this is exactly what happened last year. This day was the start of CES. every tech name was rocking
Wow.
around. Some of them were up huge. The next day, a lot of red. The next day, a lot of red. The
Oh,
week was a
wow.
lot of red. But guess what? That's selling on the news. The excitement part of here. Essentially, I think what we got yesterday from Jensen was a roadmap. He gave investors the blueprint.
So that part I actually didn't see of the video, which is they sell off. It's common. A lot of times you see buy the rumor, sell the news. And this is exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of stocks go up, you know, before Nvidia, and then all of a sudden Nvidia just caused a lot of stocks to go down even further. I mean, we were already in the hole, but he just sent quantum. I'm not over that. Down into a deeper hole. But robotics is something where, of course, he's like, hey, this is where we can see the sectors of robotics and autonomous vehicles and helping you know, pour your drink with rich tech robotics. When it comes down to Arbe in its place, I think that it is doing something very unique. I'm quite bullish on it. Of course, I gave you guys my thoughts about it, but let me know exactly what you guys think. Of course, I'm invested into it. I do have a position. If you guys want to see my position, you can head on over to the Discord. The Discord is actually going to have a free version of it, and then the pay version is where you get all my positions and everything like that. Go check it out. Link in the description. With that being said, Familia de Dinero, thank you so much for watching to this point, and comment down below Terminator if you made it to this point. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you Familia de Dinero in the next one.